So a few weeks ago, I made a video talking about how last month was my worst month on Amazon because I ran out of stock and had some issues with suppliers. But as of August 1st, I came back into stock, and it is August 24th right now, and I'm sitting at about $30,000 in revenue so far for the month. I'm gonna post a screenshot right here for you guys. Look at that chart, guys. That is a beautiful chart. That's the exact chart that you want to see when you launch your product. A nice gradual increase up. And why that is because when you first launch your product, you're obviously not going to have any ranking. Same thing in my case, I ran out of stock. When you run out of stock, Amazon makes you lose all your ranking, which is really shitty. That's one thing I actually do want to mention quickly, guys. Running out of stock does suck. In my case, I'm just a fucking G, and it doesn't affect my business clearly. Now, I will say I was a little bit nervous. Just when you run out of stock sometimes, you never know if you can get back to where you were. I've heard horror stories of people running out of stock and they just could never get back to where they were originally. In my case, I think I have a very, very good product, and that is something I preach on my channel all the time. Your product is so important, and you need to find a product that solves a problem. It fills a hole in the market, and then you shouldn't have an issue with running out of stock. Obviously, it's not something that you want to do, but if you just launch a product where it's the same thing as everybody else, then yeah, you could get to the top by spending a lot of money on PPC. But if you run out of stock and lose all your ranking, you're pretty screwed, and you're gonna have a much difficult time trying to rank back up to the top. So anyways, guys, I wanted to give you guys that update. I'm back up to 30K, and we still got a long ways to go. I still think there's a lot more improvement I can make to my PPCs. I had a couple 2K days. I think yesterday was like a 2.2K day. So if I can maintain those 2K days, I should be sitting at around 60K a month just with this one single product. It's just a single SKU. And I've also got 2 variations of this product coming into stock in about 2 to 3 weeks here. So that'll also help increase the sales big time. And yeah, the goal is to get this product to 100K a month with the variations by the end of this year. And I'll be keeping you guys posted how that goes. Anyway, so in this video, I just wanted to give you guys some important insights on how I was able to get my sales back to normal so quickly. So let's get into it. Also, guys, if I sound a little weird, it's because I just got Invisalign in my mouth. I got like 2 trays on top and bottom of my teeth, and it feels freaking weird. But anyways, if I sound weird, that's the reason why. So first and foremost, one of the main reasons why I think my product has been able to bounce back so fast is because I have a great fucking product. I'm super proud of my product, and I did a lot of research when I was picking this product, figuring out a hole in the market, figuring out something that helps people. And I know it helps people because my reviews are super good. So I know I have a fantastic product, especially compared to all my competitors. So in that realm, I'm winning big time. And I know there's no one out there on Amazon right now, at least in my niche of where my product is, that can really compete as far as like the quality of the product. Obviously that helps a lot. So if I had a shitty product, there's no way I would have been able to rank that fast, and I wouldn't be pulling these kind of numbers because there's just too much competition out there for shitty products. You need to make sure you're picking a good product and that it's a high quality product that actually works. And I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube where people are saying if you run out of stock on Amazon, your business is done, blah, 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 kind of like fear mongering. And, I don't completely disagree with that. I definitely think that running out of stock is super shitty and you don't want it to happen. But sometimes in business, shit happens, and running out of stock is part of it. In my experience, all the products that I've launched, I've ran out of stock before, once, maybe one too many times, to be honest, but I've never had an issue re-ranking. Now, with that being said, this is kind of a mental note to me. I'm definitely not going to be running out of stock again with this product because it does slow you down. Your sales come down. Obviously, you're not making any money with that product for that month or whatever, however long you're out of stock. And then you do have to spend some time re-ranking. So it'd be much better if you can just stay in stock the whole time and keep sales flowing. Now, the next thing I want to mention is every time I'm launching a product, whether it's my first time launching this product or I've ran out of stock and I'm relaunching it again, I always use coupon codes on my listings. It's something I use to make my listing stand out, get more clicks on my listing. So I'm going to show you guys in my computer what that is. So if we search dog bed on Amazon and scroll down, you'll see this guy right here has a coupon. This is what a coupon code is. So it's just a nice green rectangle on your listing. And I put this on all my listings, at least when I'm launching. You can decide if you want to take it off later once you've ranked a bit. But for like the first few weeks, I always have this on because it just pops, right? Like if we're looking down here, look, these guys don't have it. This guy has it. So it just draws your eyes towards it. And my goal is I want to get as many clicks on my listing as possible. So I want people to, any little thing that I can help my listing pop, I want that. Now, there is also this limited time deal. I don't usually do those. I just stick with the coupon codes. And you can choose with these whether you want to do a dollar amount or if you want to do a percentage amount. So you can even just give, I think the minimum is 5% off. That's usually what I do. Like it's not much at the end of the day, but it's just enough to get sales. And a lot of time, like you'll notice if you click into here, for people to actually take advantage of the 5% coupon, they have to click, where is it? I can't remember. I think they have to, yeah, you have to apply the coupon. Sometimes people forget to apply the coupon. So you can just offer it. People might not even click it. And that way, at least, or sorry, people will just click into your listing thinking it randomly applies, but they forget they have to click it here. So it's just a good way to get more clicks. I'll show you guys how to actually set that up right now. Okay, so now I'm in my Seller Central account. In order to set up the coupons, you're just gonna come to these three lines up here, click those, go to advertising and click coupons. I'm not gonna walk you guys through how to set it up. It's literally like basic elementary stuff. It's super, super simple. So you guys can do that on your own. Now, the last thing I wanted to show you guys, and this is super, super important. If you take one thing from this whole video, this should be it. And that is you wanna make sure your listing is fully optimized. And I know that's kind of a generic term, but what I mean by that is like you wanna make sure you have the best picture, the main picture. You want to make sure you're listing at the right price. You want to make sure your sequence of photos is also in the right order. And I know that sounds very complicated, but there's a way to test this out. And that's what I want to show you guys on the business reports right here. I think a lot of you might not know about this, but actually, before I actually show you that, guys, look at this. So $1,300 in sales today, not that great, but yesterday was a $2,300 day. This week's been like $1,500, $1,700, $2,000, $1,800. Not bad. This is how much Amazon's got to pay me here pretty quick. Yeah, so it's not bad. We're headed in the right direction, but still got a long ways to go to get to that 100K a month. But anyways, getting back to the business report. So you're going to come over here to the three lines and we're going to come over to reports and you're going to go to business reports. So once you come to business reports, you're going to come over here to detail, page, and sales. And we're going to scroll down here. Well, you can see the page views right here, which is nice. You guys can see a nice increase. This is when I launched the product, when we came back into stock. And the page views has been consistently going up, which is what we want, because the more page views we get, the more people that click our listing, the more sales we're naturally going to get if our listing is fully optimized and able to convert. So this is very important. When you launch your product on Amazon, you want to come and look at these reports probably every few days, every week, but especially if you ever make any changes to your listings. So originally, when you launch your product, you're probably just going to list it however you think you need to list it. But if you ever decide you want to change something, like you want to change the main image, you want to change the price, you want to change some of the supporting images or whatever it is, you want to come here, and this is how you're going to be able to look at the stats. So you can see right here, we've got the date, we've got the product's sales, which you can see it increased like 700. And then about a week in, this is actually when I started doing PPC, like or going more heavily on PPC. Before that, I was just running some basic ads, which actually I'm going to do a video on at the end of this month. I'm going to dive deep into my PPC strategy, because that was a big factor on how I was able to get so many sales. But I started a little bit at the beginning just to give Amazon some information on what my product is. Then I doubled down on the 7th, and you can see the sales went up, like doubled pretty much. And since then, we haven't looked back. But what's important here is the page views and then also the conversion rate right here. So unit session percentage. And we can see that's actually been going up for me. So, I was like 7, 7, 4, those are not good percentages, by the way, guys. With your conversion rate, you want to try to, ideally, if you can be over 10%, that means it's really good, but like above 8% at least. If it's below that, you need to do some things to improve your listing. So, I was at 4, 8, 7. I was kind of all over the place. But then as you can see now in the last week, we're, 9, 10, 9, 9, 11 yesterday. So average is 8, but that's because we just started selling. The reason why I'm showing you guys this is if you ever make a change to your product. So for example, let's say you change the price, you decided to go from $35 to $37. Always increase in small increments, guys, like 10, 15%. Don't jump your price up too much. You want to come here and keep an eye on this unit session percentage. So has my conversion rate gone up? Meaning, like, am I getting more sales? Has my page views gone up or have they gone down? If less people are clicking my listing now and they're not converting as well, that means that was the wrong move. But if the page views goes up and the conversion rate goes up, that means it was the right move. And this is the same thing if you change your main image. That's a big one, right? So you change your main image, make sure you keep an eye on page views and make sure you keep an eye on conversion rate. Now, if your page views is very high, but your conversion rates are low, that means your main image is good and you're getting a lot of people clicking on your listing and clicking into your listing, but they're not converting. So what does that mean? That means that you need to work on your supporting images. And that's actually something I did. I can't remember which date exactly it was, but I made a change in the structure of my images. So you have your first, second, third, fifth, sixth image. And this is just like, what's a good example I could use? It's like Tinder, Instagram. Whenever you're posting a picture, you want to put your best image at the front, and then you want people to swipe to the next one. So you're going to put like in order the best to worst. Same with your listing images, because there's no guarantee that someone's going to go through all your photos to the very last one. They might just see the first two images, not like it, and then exit. So always put your most important and your best pictures at the beginning. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to show you this business reports page and show you that I feel like a lot of people don't know about this, but you need to come over here. You need to be keeping an eye on how many page views are you getting. You want to try to increase these page views as much as possible, because that means you're going to get more sales. And you want to make sure that you're, double checking your unit session percentage, your conversion rate, and always try to improve your listing to increase the conversion rate.